What are the right actions to take in a greenhouse when your plants are very thirsty and you have forgotten to water them? It is not uncommon in spring or even at the end of winter to be surprised by the sun that heats through the windows. The temperature in the greenhouse can rise above 37 degrees Celsius. Currently it is 37 degrees Celsius and it has gone up to 46 degrees Celsius in the greenhouse. If we observe our plants, in this case tomatoes, we see them wilting. So there is no need to soak them, to water them copiously, or to completely flood them. What I recommend is to use a sprayer and always keep it in your greenhouse half filled with water that will be at the temperature of your greenhouse, and spray the foliage properly and efficiently, ensuring you do this regularly. So it is important that this water is really at the temperature of the greenhouse. This is correct here because since the sprayer has stayed in the greenhouse, the water is basically at the same temperature, which means over 30 degrees in my sprayer. So often, it is said that you should not spray plants or tomatoes on foliage. If the temperature is the same as the greenhouse, there is no problem. So this is indeed really the very first and crucial step to take, which will also help to cool down thanks to this small but important spraying process. Once our leaves are rehydrated and moistened, we will now carefully and thoroughly take care of the roots with watering. So here, I am going to use a hose and I can water calmly, going from pot to pot, watering at the base, why not? And in a few minutes, the tomato plants and the other plants in the greenhouse will start to perk up, the leaves will swell. The state of emergency is now over for this greenhouse. The watering has been done until the leaves swell up under the humidity. So in order to avoid this issue, this particular problem of shade and sunlight, you need to effectively shade a greenhouse properly. So on the upper part, you can apply a bit of a tint. It's whitewash that we will spray on the windows, a white that is a little bit that will gradually wash away with the weather over time. During the fall, when it gets a little bit colder, you can also use cloths, shade cloths. Here, it is simply a frost protection fabric clipped inside, or the actual shade cloth that we will place over wires inside the greenhouse, which we can open or close depending on the sunlight. But what is also important in a greenhouse is ventilation. So it is essential to open the greenhouse doors when it gets very, very hot, and to make sure that the vents are well open and unobstructed. So this is very important to ensure good and proper ventilation. You see that the sun is coming back. You can see the shadow of my hands. The sun is too strong. This greenhouse now needs to be shaded.